What is up, everybody? You are checking out the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast. I'm your host, the Hakamadi and C, and today we are jumping right back into the Attitude Year Season 2, covering 1999 in the WWE. In today's episode, we are covering WWE Raw is War from January 11th, 1999, live in Houston, Texas. And DX come out and introduce the new WWE Champion Mankind. We also saw last week Mankind defeat The Rock, become the new WWE Champion. Mankind says, "It's about damn time I got new music. Last week was the greatest moment of my career. Once a year, I would call WWE and offer my services. I never got a phone call back. I'd like to thank Jim Ross. Thank you, Stone Cold Steve Austin. I owe you one. Stone Cold Steve Austin, I realize this pay-per-view is no chance in hell as long as there is a Mankind. Stone Cold Steve Austin, you have one chance in hell. I want to main event WrestleMania. A WrestleMania isn't WrestleMania without Stone Cold Steve Austin in the main event. There is something that I like better than to fight Stone Cold Steve Austin at Mania. Me and Stone Cold would tear the house down." That's when The Rock, Vince McMahon, and Shane McMahon come out on stage. Shane says, "You're a disgrace tonight with my dad's permission. DX will be in single competition. Vince has ordered a corporate Royal Rumble where the DX competitors competes with the corporation. The winner of that match gets the number 30 spot in the Royal Rumble match." The Rock says, "You run your mouth like you a big shot. Mankind, you never ever even beat The Rock. Your cellulite ass had to get help from the biggest piece of trash in Stone Cold Steve Austin. Stone Cold, your day is going to come, and The Rock is going to lay a smackdown on your candy ass. You make me sick. You're not worthy of being champion." And then Rock says, "A monkey took a crap and out came Mankind. These people need The Rock as WWE champion. The millions of The Rock's fans want me as champion. At least your uncertainty ass can do. The least your unworthy ass can do is give me a shot at my title at the Royal Rumble." Mankind says, "I've beaten your ass twice. You're not championship material." The Rock says, "I want no DQ, no count out." Mankind says, "No can do, not good enough for me." The Rock says, "Not one member of the team corporate will be at ringside." Mankind continues, says no. Mankind says, "I will shove Mr. Sacco where the sun don't shine." And The Rock says, "The Rock quits." Mankind says, "I accept. You and I at the Royal Rumble, and I quit match. No DQ, no count out, no corporate members, no stopping the match for excessive blood loss. I'm going to beat the living hell out of you until you look up at me and say the two magic words, Rock. I quit. Vince, I am WWE champion. Until I'm not, you can smell what the sock is cooking." And then Vince says, "Well, that's fine, but tonight you will defend the title against Kane." So huge implications being made. We got the corporate Rumble match coming on later tonight. The winner gets the number 30 spot in the Royal Rumble match. We have The Rock challenging Mankind to an I Quit match of the Royal Rumble, and the Mankind accepts. And now we have Mankind taking on Kane in the main event. We see Stone Cold Steve Austin arriving backstage. We now have the New Age Outlaws with Chyna taking on Jeff Jarrett, Owen, Hart with Deborah. Back and forth action with this one. Deborah takes off her shirt, and then Billy gives her the suck it taunt. Deborah distracts Chyna at ringside, and Owen hits Road Dogg with a spin kick. And Owen Hart and Jeff Jarrett get the help with a little distraction from Deborah to get the win over the New Age Outlaws. We see police guarding Gillberg's door, and we have the light heavyweight championship on the line. The champion Gillberg with the Job Squad taking on Luna Vachon. A lot of action here. They're totally making fun of Goldberg. They give him the little sprinklers as he comes down to the ring. Luna gets the win after nailing a flying splash to Gillberg. And then after Tori attacks Luna before security pulls Tori off of her, Tori being the fan that's been watching Sable the past couple of months, she saw Luna attack Sable, so she wants to get back. Dennis Knight tells Jim Ross and the King that he is here. The acolytes come out and tell him to come with us. He's waiting. So who are they talking about? What's going on with Dennis Knight here? Val Venis comes out next, and Val flirts with a blonde girl at ringside. Ken Shamrock attacks Val, sends him into the steps, and he yells at Val Venis, "You don't mess with my sister." So Val Venis flirting with Ken Shamrock's sister at ringside. Billy Gunn comes out to the ring. Billy says, "Hold up, Kenneth. Your sister is damn sure going to like this." And then Billy moons her. Ken Shamrock attacks Billy until Val makes a save and the big boss man attacks. And Ken Shamrock says, "You want me, Billy Gunn? You want a shot? You got it. You better be lucky you escape with your life. I'll put you down for good." So Ken Shamrock and Billy Gunn are gonna fight. Mankind, Stone Cold Steve Austin talk backstage. We have the European Champion X-Pac defending against Al Snow. We see what happened last night on Heat when Goldust stole head. X-Pac hits a Bronco Buster to Al Snow, and then Goldust comes down and hits Al Snow with head, and X-Pac hits the X Factor. X-Pac retains the title with help from Goldust. Afterwards, Goldust hits Al Snow with head on the ramp again, and Goldust has stolen head from Al Snow. Vince tells Kane that he will fight Mankind without any help from the corporation tonight. We have the title match, Mankind taking on Kane here. A lot of action between these two. Mankind hits a low blow and a double arm DDT. Mankind applies Sacco, but Kane hits a tombstone. Both men are down. Kane sits up. The Rock pins Mankind, but Rock pulls Kane off of Mankind, causing a DQ victory for Kane. After The Rock hits Kane and Mankind with chair shots, Stone Cold Steve Austin comes out. Mankind grabs The Rock's chair, and Rock runs out. Stone Cold Steve Austin hits a stunner to both Kane and Mankind. So Rock wanting to make sure that Kane doesn't get the victory here. Rock argues with Vince McMahon backstage. He says, "I ain't letting that big red freak win my title." So yes, The Rock doesn't want Kane to win the title. Next, we have Edge taking on Triple H with Chyna. Edge catapults Triple H into the post, but Triple H is able to nail the pedigree, and he gets a 3 count. Afterwards, the Brood attack Triple H, but then DX run out, but the Road Dogg gets a bloodbath. The Acolytes are standing by Dennis Knight, who is laying strapped to a symbol. A Undertaker symbol chair is on the stage. The Undertaker comes out and sits in it. Paul Bearer bows at him. Undertaker says, "They try to destroy me by burying me. They sent me back to my place of origin. I will slay the ones I once saved. In all-encompassing evil in the future, I will decide if you're an agent of darkness or kindling to my fire. Those that resist my ministry, pain will come." Undertaker says, "I am the purity of evil. Hell is a living, breathing reality." The Undertaker goes up tonight. He speaks in tongues. He cuts his wrist and pours blood in a cup. Undertaker says, "You're no longer Dennis Knight. You are Mideon. Now drink." Mideon drinks the blood of the Undertaker. Undertaker cuts a Undertaker symbol in Mankind's chest, and then the symbol lights on fire. Crazy stuff here. We're getting a very evil Undertaker, almost baptizing Mideon here. Next, we have Mark Henry taking on D'Lo Brown with PMS. D'Lo gets on the mic and D'Lo says, "I apologize for my actions last week. I told you I would do anything for you. I don't want to do this." So D'Lo Brown hurt Terry, and now he's sort of doing stuff for Terry. Terry low blows Marks. Chyna and Sammy come out. Terry runs away, and Chyna pushes Jackie to the floor, and then Chyna and Sammy help Mark up the ramp. Chyna then tells Sammy to take care of Mark, and she'll be right back. We see a training video of Vince McMahon training for the Royal Rumble match. He's running in snow, holding a wooden board. He chases a limo, and then he chases a chicken. And then we see Vince McMahon beating up meat a la Rocky in his matches. So very funny stuff with Vince. We now have our main event, the corporate Royal Rumble match. All the members of DX and the corporation will compete. The winner gets the number 30. Back and forth action. Vince looks like he gets the win. He eliminates 2 men. Vincent takes off his shirt a la Hulk Hogan, poses, and then Chyna comes out as a surprise entrant to the match. They fight with each other. Stone Cold Steve Austin comes out, distracting Vince McMahon, and Chyna tosses Vince McMahon over the top rope, eliminating Vince. Chyna is now the number 30 entrant in the Royal Rumble match, thanks to Stone Cold Steve Austin. Another week of Vince McMahon getting outsmarted by Stone Cold Steve Austin, DX, and Mankind. Royal Rumble is a couple of weeks away. We've got some matches made, and this was a decent night of Raw's War. With that, make sure you subscribe, like, hit the notification bell on YouTube to stay notified when new content comes out. Give me a comment. Let me know your thoughts on this episode of Raw. Follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and wherever you get your podcasts. Until next time, stay safe and stay uncensored.